What's good, y'all? This SV Twist, the hood blogger, and I'm trying not to laugh, man. We got a very special guest on the show today. You know, the one and only Omar Gooden. Thanks for coming on the show, bro, man. How you doing today?
That's good. Oh man, I'm blessed, man. Thanks for having me, brother, man.
And thanks for coming on, man. And I'm not gonna kill too much of your time. I just from the beginning, I wanted to know if you could give us a little backstory on how life was before the entertainment business.
Let's see. Before the entertainment business, that was way before my time. Because it's in the blood. I mean, Pops was a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he laid
Yes.
his hat was his home. But I mean, and he was an entertainer, is my point. Uh, so was my mother. So there was nothing before. You know what I'm saying? Far back as I can remember, that's the life I was already living. You know what I mean? That's till about 5. That's about all. About as far back as I can go was 5 years old. And by 9 years old, I had my own career. You know what I'm saying? So there really
Wow,
was nothing
9 years
before.
old.
Yeah, this is the existence that I know. You know, is it weird to do this and it? Nah, it's just it is. It's but it's hard to describe because you also know that not everybody does what you do. You feel me? At a young age, and even fewer are actually good at it or still continue after they started as a child that young. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm blessed,
Yes,
man. Highly
yes.
favored. Now I'm raising kids and going, oh shit, I remember that age, kind of like, you know what I mean? And what do they need to know right now? You know what I mean? There's so many things you want to tell a child. Like he's 4, relax, he'll get it in time. All right, I'll wait.
So, how was it growing up, being as though your father was a lead singer? He's a legend. You know of the group Main Ingredients. If it's any of you guys that's watching this and you're younger, how was it growing up? I'm pretty sure y'all were like out places and people were starstruck, stopping you guys and things of that nature. How was that experience?
Absolutely not what you just said. The thing is, now here's the story, man. Let me break it down to you real quick. Now, when I grew up, we didn't have money. We didn't have a lot of money.
Okay.
So it's all I knew. I didn't know the full story until very recently. So good timing for you on being able to answer this correctly here. My father was a singer back in the 70s, right? He had big hits like the year I was born. One called Everybody Plays the Fool. You know what I'm saying? And in I say matter of fact, no, let me take that back a little bit because he had his before that. It was in the early 70s. He had a hit. I was born in 76. All right. By 76,
Okay.
apartheid starts. He goes out to South Africa. It's a bad time to perform if you're from the States. So you come back home, you get blacklisted. So the money dried up because of that. You know what I mean? I thought he
Ah,
just wasn't good money with money or something. I was like, you got fucked in the deal or whatever. We don't know how to save something along those lines. But it just wasn't the case. They actually uh, so to have a hit record is one thing. Like, oh man, it was a hit. It was everything. Boom, and it was. It was number one for a while. You know what I'm saying? It was up there on the charts. I don't know. Maybe if it didn't get all the way to 1, it was close. It was close enough to everybody. Their mama know the song. You know what I mean? So,
exactly.
and then when he got home, you know what I mean? That my life was just getting started, and he was, losing the money that he had accumulated
Okay.
off of those hit songs. You feel me? So
Hmm.
it was just different for me, you know what I mean? And then by the time I could really know what's going on, and my pops is an entertainer. Oh, this is dope. Okay, shit, I was too now. Now, now I'm, I started acting, getting jobs at 9, 10, 11. By 12, I booked a show called Wild and Crazy Kids on Nickelodeon.
I
That ran
remember
for
that.
3 years. Soon as that ended, Hanging with Mr. Cooper starts, and I'm on that for 5 years. Soon as
Yes.
that ends, you know what I'm saying? One of the executive producers from that show started a new show called Smart Guy. And that ran another 3 years. Next thing, now I'm 24 years old. You know what I mean? That's
You know,
how it goes. That's how it went for me. So this is literally all I've known.
well, it's amazing. And with you explaining that, it kind of reminded me that your career was like a timeline of my life. I'm 33,
Sure.
so at the time, hanging with Mr. Cooper, I was a child. I loved that show. You know what I mean? The Nickelodeon appearances, and then taking it all the way up to becoming a young adult, and then you got
Hmm.
Baby Boy. So it's like,
Hmm.
things was like maturing with people from my age group. It's like everything
No,
was mad
totally.
crazy. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So
Now, a lot of people tell me, they grew up watching me, and I was like, yeah, I was growing up too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was a kid learning shit and reading the lines and woo woo woo. But I was at the age where people that were the same age as me were learning these lessons and whatnot, and going through these experiences at the same age as me at the same
yes.
exact time. So it's wild. And now that we're all, a little older than you, in our 40s, just a little bit, we can appreciate that we all grew up together. So it's dope. Stuff.
Absolutely. So you said you got into entertainment at the age of 9. How did
Yes.
that come about? Was it with you? Like you say, you didn't really know much about your father's career at a young age. So
Right.
what got into you where it was like, you know what, I want to get into entertainment. 9 years old is very young, to make that choice.
Yeah. So what happened was my brother, who's 9 years older than me, who would later win an Oscar, you know what I'm saying,
Yes.
sent me into his agent to pick up a script for him. I was just running errands with my big brother, you know what I mean? It was like, hey, go run in there and tell him it's for me, blah, blah, blah. And that's when I met his agent, and she just looked at me, imagine that, and said, man, because I was a happy kid, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, we didn't have shit, but it was funny. Like, you have more fun when you poor. I don't know. I'd say it like that, but when we bouncing from house to house and living in cars and shelters and different hotels and all this shit, I'm like, wee, this is fun. I didn't give it. It wasn't like, oh, this is sad as fuck. Why is everybody eating? I don't know no everybody. There was no regular people. It wasn't like, oh, they go whoop whoop again. Don't tell them about the fact that we moved. Nah, this is a brand new friend I just met, and we become friends. And for that 6-month period or whatever, while we're living where we're living, and then boom, off we go. Get in the car. Well, check bounce. We got to go. Like, you know what I mean? And then it was entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a fun ride. That's all I can say.
Okay, so
Not that it's over,
yeah.
but it's been they're like, it's bye. You had a Grim Reaper interview. Remember that shit? He was talking about
Yeah.
goodbye to me. Nah, man, I'm real jazzed about everything pulling up, man. Come on, pulling up. It's all kind of pulling together at the same time. Funnest thing, I'm not allowed. I got a little gag order, but I'm under contract with some people, and it's panning out to be a beautiful thing. But it's dope because it all circles back to how I started. So it's really for the fans. I'm happy for the fans. I'm happy for me and my family too, because it's good money. But I mean, I'm happy that my people that rocked with me and grew up seeing me in sitcoms will have this. This is dope. This is dope. This is something, you know what I mean? Which is cool. Anyway, that's enough I can say about that. But after Baby Boy, which was dope for me, I would get offered the same roles because that's, all they thought I could do. So it's been fun to play doctors and old westerns and on HBO shows, Deadwood, it's fun to branch out and do that type of stuff. But I think now I'm locked into what I really want to do, which is mainly comedy. Because ain't nothing better than making people laugh, man, feeling better, adding years to people's life through comedy and joy. And as an entertainer, doing that, like, what would you want to do? Dramas and be crying all day and shit, or some action shit where you be tweaking shit and breaking, falling apart? Nah, nigga, I want to sit home, you know what I mean, to make people laugh and get paid doing it. So anyway, that's on the in front of the camera side. I'm cool with that. But I'm not opposed to getting down. I did a movie called AM Radio.
I was going to speak on that.
Yeah, AM radio during the pandemic, and I think it'll be one of the most visible performances of what year was this? Oh, 2020. Okay, like you can tell, I'm wearing it, like literally and emotionally. And then when you take yourself through the little journey, I think you'll be pleased that you sat through it. You know what I'm saying? And it's for my fans, man. It's I pushed myself. I reached new limits as an actor, like no bullshit. Like for me, I was like, yeah, it's so, there was always like stay in your lane, do what you know type of thing. You know what I mean? What you excel at, just boom, keep succeeding in that. And then, it's easy. But sometimes you want to push yourself and kind of see, if you can really take an audience somewhere with you. You know what I mean? So it was fun. It was my most starring role ever. You know what I mean? It might as well have been Tom Hanks on Castaway or some shit. Like, it's all me in this booth. But it doesn't feel like that. It's not like, oh shit, just watching this one nigga just talking. No, it's not. It's not that. It's got flashbacks and it's got other people in the studio and all this type of stuff. So it moves along. So it's cool. But the story, by the end of the day, I'm excited because it's on Tubi now too. And I said it a lot. I was talking about AM radio. People think I got a new AM radio show. No, it's a movie written and directed by Ricky Burchell, produced by myself and Ricky, and it's up there. It's up there. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of it because a lot of times I'll do stuff and then I'll watch it afterwards. Not a knock to everybody I work with, but some of you, they didn't spend where they should have spent, which is in the editing and the score and the sound, and you know what I mean, and made sure that it was best quality. They just had the money, got some actors together, had a script, dude shot it, and it was like, now we put it out. Isn't that great? It's like, no, like there's so much more to it, And then with this, it was the first time I saw the beginning product, put all my input, notes, changed, brought stuff, did everything that I had to do to say, look, this is what it needs to be, and then watched it achieve that. It was great that's the best way I could break down editing. Like, you watch it, you go, hell no. You say a bunch of shit, now it's like, perfect. That's but it takes months, So so I had a good time with it, man. And at the end of the day, I looked at it, I said, I'm proud of this. So excited about that. I also did a film called Teachers Watching out in Mississippi. And that's another. Let me turn, boom. Now let me hit him with this. But it's dope. I mean, my bag is just, it's one lane. You know what I mean? You know me, you always follow me. I ain't gonna be like, oh damn, I can't believe you did that. Nah, it's never gonna be that. Sorry. But it'll be stronger and bigger and better levels to it. That's the best I can explain without giving the plot away. Plus, I've been working so much, I can't. Don't make me get to lying, because I'll probably just throw some shit in there. He said the movie was about he was tired. He was rambling. Okay. No. But go ahead, man. I'm long with it too, so you got to stop me. I need a fly light, like a stand-up show. Like, all right, wrap it up.
It's cool that people need to hear this, but me in particular with AM radio, they have it labeled as like a comedy. You know what I mean? But it takes you through so many levels in the movie. Like, of course, you have times where it's funny in the movie, but it takes you through like levels of real life. And I don't want to talk too much about the movie, because for those of y'all that didn't see it, y'all need to check it out. Omar Gooden starred as DJ Taz, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
It was like different. At the beginning, it starts off, you get laughs out, and then we see you go through phases. You know what I mean? Yeah. From the scene when you go home to where I don't want to touch up too much on it.
Right. That's why I tried to just set it up and make it sound mysterious, and then go watch it. Because if you start talking about it, you'll be like, oh, this is the part he was talking about. It's tough. It's tough to explain. When you've seen it, I say, yo, did you like it? Yes, I liked it. That's all I need. Well, let's some more check it. But it's dope. I think it's a cool little ride that you go on. And if you did you see the trailer before you saw the movie?
I didn't see the trailer. I just watched the movie.
Oh, dope. That's cool. That's cool to get your input on it based in that order, because I just feel like the trailer was very good.
Okay.
The movie was good. I can't call it very good because I'm just not vain. I don't know. You in it, but it's a good movie in the sense of technically put together, the writing, all that. Like, okay, you'll dig it, and then it's up to how you like my performance. Honestly, to rate it as such. So anyway, I'm excited.
No, it was definitely great. But is this the first movie that you produced?
Yes. Movie. I produced a lot of sitcom. I did a series called Family Time. We did 91 episodes.
Yes, I saw that.
All through the 2000s. Yeah, man. So it's dope. We completed that. And I was a producer, writer. Never directed that though, or edited. No directing and no editing. Let's just be clear.
Okay, so can you explain the difference and the challenges between producing and just acting a role?
Well, most producers that start off as actors do both for a while. So that's kind of a nuance to it. Producing is more writing and on the creative side of it. Could also be financial, but you have more overall control and more I almost said back end. You get money and when after everybody else paid, you still keep getting paid. That's the big
Yeah,
thing
that's
about a
beautiful.
producer. No. But that specifically what they do is more like you could be one of the writers and you're a producer because you're helping produce the project. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But there's also like actors and directors as well. So it ain't no big thing about wearing two hats. It just is what it is. It's just extra work is what it is. Now, if you're just quote unquote a producer, like you're not in the film, yeah, you could be a writer. You can be someone helping with the production, the hiring and firing of people. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different producers. You watch a movie, let the credits roll. Associate producer, executive producer, we'll do assistant producer to the associate producer, first AD, second, and they could be like, damn, how many money? There's a lot of jobs, man. There's a lot, but
It is.
it's dope. Now the cool thing, man, I like saying this because you don't always think about these things when you do interviews. I'm like, what do I got to plug? What do I need to get out? Follow me, blah blah blah. But there is a movement that we're going to start on educating our kids, and when I say my kids are mixed, but they're black because they're half me. You feel me? So the challenges that hit our community don't just stop there. But anyway, we're excited to start educating kids about the jobs that are available to them that they just don't know to ask for.
Wow.
If you want to work on a film and you say, yeah, well, I'm not an actor. That's one job, and that's probably the hardest one to get. Trust me, you look on a set, you see like, damn, all these people. A lot of them jobs are grandfathered and uncled in and the homie hook up in, like, just because no one else is asking or checking for them. And not to undermine their difficulty level. I mean, there's levels to it. You'll see grip boy, second grip boy, third grip boy, four. You really need 5 months. You know what I'm saying? One dude does more. He's coordinating what to do, but it's a lot of equipment needs to be moved. You need lighting set up. Lighting is very important. It's a whole department. Sound. There's so many levels to making entertainment, visually, that there are a lot of jobs that they just don't tell you about. The days of the world. You ain't gonna learn it in school. That's a damn sure. What's a grip boy? What's a sound guy? What? Listen, these are jobs that you have to, and then there's always levels, which is great. That's what I love about it. It's like if you've been active for 30 years, what are you doing? Or why are you just an actor? I mean, no offense to the people that are just actors. Maybe that's how
I
you
know
get
what
out.
you're saying.
But there's not many that aren't going, okay, now I'm still here. Okay, cool. Producer. Okay, writer. Oh, let me direct one. Boom, 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 boom.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You banking in yourself. But that's where it's at, because we're all fans of our craft and we watch TV and we
Exactly.
watch movies. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we're the same. Actors are the same. We're fans as well. We just want to add to that shit and make it dope. I know
Yeah,
it.
that's heavy. That's heavy. What was the most challenging role that you ever acted, if you had one?
Challenging there's levels to that. I mean, because like Baby Boy, right? Challenging. I was 24 years old. I was 260 pounds, 6'1", like get in shape. That's what John Singleton said. Hit the gym. I see you in 3 months. Here's the script. I was like, what? Yeah, I mean, I read the script, shaved my head, started doing push-ups. At 24, just do that. You'll lose 20 pounds. You know what I mean? And then the other like 10 to 15 that I lost until I was, all the way there. We had a trainer. We did this diet, blah, blah, blah. So there was how hard was it type of like physically challenging. I mean, not at 24. It was nothing. It was just like, cool, we're waking up at 6 today. Like it was whatever. Mentally locking in. It wasn't as far off as following my career would lead you to believe. But so it wasn't hard to tap into that. But once I was locked into it, it was like, well, this is, the problem was cut. That's what the problem was. Stop, nigga, we're done. I had the girlfriend in the movie. We started dating. They said cut, and we just kept going. Like
Wow.
it was that type of film. Oh, we dated for like 3 years. It was crazy. We almost had kids. No, I didn't get that deep. But wasn't that bad. But no. But it was one of them things where they said was that difficult. I mean, if I think about it, like that was a lot of shit. Like every time I tell a different story about it, it's like, damn, that movie was crazy. But I did a series called Playmakers. Because I never got to play sports. I'm saying I was a regular actor at 9. You know what I'm saying? Didn't stop till 24 consecutively. I'm talking,
Wow.
getting lessons from school and heading off, and not private school and that shit. I did regular school, North Hollywood High School. I ran up there and let me get my boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I powered through that shit. So it wasn't. Oh, anyway, no, I know I had a different point. Sorry, long day. I didn't get to play football. I know the first day of high school, I said, I showed up, tryouts, all that. Coach was like, it's all about dedication. You got to be here every day. This is the first day of high school. Guess what? Practice starts today. Have your ass ready. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I was like, all right, ready, break, all that shit. I ran up. I said, listen here, I got a film today. Matter of fact, the rest of this week, but I wanted to make sure I made the first day, but I want to play and blah, blah, blah. It's like, man, keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So I never got an opportunity at all. Like it wasn't, and I wasn't there anyway. So this series came along to play the star running back. Now that was tough. Like that's where I got in the best shape of my life, because you're with professional athletes and they all in shape. I'm like, we are filming a movie. These niggas look like they're ready to play for real right now. Like everybody was ripped and good. So I got there cool, but I ended like true story. There's 2 scenes in the show where the producers just looked at me and it was like, we're going to have to go back to the scene we shot like about a month ago and reshoot that because the way you look now is the way you should have looked then. And I was like, damn, is this like a tough scene? It was a scene where I actually had to race in real life. Russell Hornsby. Y'all know Russell. Shout out to Russell. Russell ran track in real life. And I had to race this dude. I never got to play my sports, Russell, but you ran track. Yeah, shout out to Russell. And we raced, but we're acting, but we're running as hard as we can run. And the first few takes, they said, just go balls out. Like, you got to run, motherfucker. But Omar wins. But it can be just at the end. So, I mean, every take, bro, we was pushing it and acting like we was pushing it. Like, you feel me? Like, if you're an athlete, you just fucking run. You don't run like, you know what I mean? But we're exerting energy, making it look good and form. And we had real athletes telling, no, nigga, this is how you start. You slowly raise up. This, you boom, 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 point this. Like, all right, nigga, like, we was really running.
Wow.
We ran that shit maybe, no bullshit, maybe like 12 times. 15, no, it was 12. But the 40-yard dash, full out, balls out as fast as you can run, whether it looks real or not. And when you watch, you like, damn, nigga. And on like the last time, I remember, I'll never forget, they said, hey, Omar, we got one more. Can we do one more? And I said, fuck no, right? Loud. And everybody laughed, whatever shit. I'm like, come on, man, let's do it. And we did the last take, and I ran. And as soon as I straightened all the way top up, and I'm supposed to like pass him, I could feel me pass him, and then both my hamstrings blew. Pop, pop, and my legs just fell out, and I slid. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucking done. Fuck y'all. They're like, good, because that was the last one. We got it. And I was only like 25, so it was like Epsom salt and fucking 2 days of bed rest, if that, nigga. And I was right back on the track. But like physically taxing that part, the acting is it's never like, oh man, how do I lock in? The shit that would have me doing that, I don't do. The only time I try, when I was talking about my lane and staying in my brother, one of the greatest roles he ever did was radio. Just plain and simple. That's my brother. And when I watch that movie, every single time, I do not see him. I don't see him. I'm watching a movie with this special needs person. You feel me? That's what I'm watching the whole time. Like, wow, this is dope. My mom can't watch it because that's, one of the parents' fear when you're having your child. Hope everything come out straight. Hope he good. Boom, 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 boom. So when she sees that, she sees her kid, but slightly off, and it messes her up. Like that's how. Wow. That's serious. We be in this family about some movies. Like, no, I can't watch this no more. It's a movie. No, I can't watch this no more. But for real, moms can't watch it. And like I said, when I watch it, I'm watching a movie. Like I'm in. I don't think I'm watching a movie. That's the only thing. My biggest criticism on films and TV. I hate being taken out of the box. You feel me? Like I'm watching this. I want to think I'm in this world watching this situation, and then you can go, oh shit, or oh damn, or whatever. But if you're reminded constantly that you're watching something, you're like, oh yeah, it's a good performance. Like,
I know what you mean.
But when I watched that. So anyway, so I tried it once. No bullshit. I got a role for whatever it was. And long story short, or at least shortened, I failed terribly. Failed terribly. It was an audition, And I remember I'm thinking like, dude, I'm gonna play this and it's gotta be right. And you either do it or you don't. And I didn't. And I remember it wasn't laughter that I heard as they said goodbye, but it felt like a chuckle, but not just like that warm, thanks for coming, we love your shit. It was just, thank you. Sorry, thank you. Like it was so I'm not trying to make it funny because it was humiliating me.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I fucked that up. But I remember all right, thank you. Like you're fighting back this fucking laugh by saying goodbye. And I'm coming out of it like, whew, yeah. So wait a minute. Why is there like there should be laughter at this moment? I'm nowhere near laughing. But anyway, and it made me go, all right, nigga, don't do that. That's not your thing. You know what I mean? Stay in your fucking lane and murder it. And ain't no problem with that. Motherfuckers talk, well, you got to do this. So you got to sell out. Every black man puts on a dress. Bullshit.
Yeah,
that's not true. Some of them do, but that's not all of them. Man. I ain't never seen Denzel in a fucking dress. I do that. I'll stop it. I'll quit. As soon as I see Denzel in a dress, I'm like, oh, man, never mind. Oh, this ain't even real life no more. I'm just check out. This ain't real. That ain't reality.
That's true.
But anyway.
That's true.
Come on, man. Come on. And it'll never happen.
So, are there any entertainers that you wanted to work with but never got a chance to? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I thought you meant like somebody that's passed. That's why I couldn't fucks with them.
Well, it could be past or they could be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a couple, man. But I'm I think especially with this pandemic, everybody's more locked in now because I think actors, entertainers in general, really know that they're going to be seen because people have the time now. Almost it's mandated a lot of situations to sit and watch some shit. I've had more people saying, "Man, I watched. I was so happy I saw that." Da da da. When before it was kind of just like, "Oh man, I don't want to really watch TV, or I don't really go to that." It's like use a DVR, knock it off, watch it on your own time. But still, people are watching it. People are, you're being watched. So we're more critical. The writing on everything is spectacular. I've just been watching these shows. I don't give a fuck what you pick a show. The writing is phenomenal. Like people have been sitting thinking, this is it. We got 1 year left. We might as well get it all out now. Like everything is dope right now, which is it's really fun, man. It's fun as a fan of the arts, and it's fun to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Because I also do music, and it's that same mentality. If it's not a contribution to hip hop, then I'm not putting this shit out. But if it is a contribution, then I can't hold the culture back. I got to release this shit. So, got a lot of fun stuff I've been working on the last couple of years, and it ranges the full spectrum of emotions and shit that we've been going on and talking about this entire interview.
Yeah, that's true, and I'm glad you brought music up because I was definitely going to bring it up. What made you get involved in music? Like, you got a song that you put out a while back called Homage, and like it has a lot of substance to it if you listen to the words and everything.
Yeah.
What made you want to get into music?
It's the same answer as the acting question.
Okay.
Now, as far as detail, there's the cool thing is when I grew up, again, it was like your father's a singer. My era was some singing in there. I mean, it was like Boys to Men and Jodeci, which he was just like, that's not real singing. They singing through their nose. Okay. Respect. But hip hop was my own thing. You feel me? Like, and I can sing. Like I know what's in there. I hear it too. Like, damn, you might as well start playing games. But that's not what my era, how I get down. Like, you know what I mean? Like fun thing is I've dabbled in it now, and I put some shit in. He be like, oh, this nigga, okay. They'll hear music and go, wait a minute, who was doing that part right there? That was you? Okay, like, so that's the fun stuff. But my thing was hip hop and it was rap. And the cool thing was I actually made my dad a fan of, I would say hip hop, but particularly rap, But coming from a guy who's he's a real singer, he likes real music,
Yes.
and and every generation kind of does that though, don't they? The next
Yeah,
generation, these niggas don't know what they doing. Now
yeah,
they all
that's
pull
true.
their pants up. Oh, what's these niggas doing? Oh, they Molly and they this and that. But it's just the next generation, nigga. They looked at our shit the same way. What's this hip hop,
That's
rap,
true.
bullshit? Like, you know what I mean? So,
That's a
but
fact.
yeah, man, my hip hop journey. It was crazy though too. Now this is another thing, the way it mirrors my brother's situation, and it's funny. My brother's he's 9 years older than me, right? So, he's like, do your own thing. This is like the inner workings of shit. I'm gonna give you something now. I'm feeling good now. I heard some good news today. Me and my brother was always kind of like that. It was like, I would hang with my sister, who's 1 year older than him to the day. They got the exact same birthday, January 7th.
Wow.
Exact same birthday. My parents had a kid and then had
Wow.
another kid. He said, y'all did the same shit on every whatever you did. They did the same routine and they share a
Same day,
birthday.
same time.
It's crazy, my nigga. But she's 1 year older than him, but she's 10 years older. And it's, our culture was, men do this, women do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my brother had free reign to kind of go fuck off. And my sister was, no, you babysitting. Fuck is you doing? Like, this is your little brother. You gonna boom, boom, boom. So we're really close. You know what I mean? Mom's was working. When she was working, we was on the road and all that. She still had to get jobs. She was in Nordstrom's and Broadway and all that. Boom, 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 boom. Till I landed a regular gig. But my sister was taking me to the auditions. And, I was growing up with her from age far back as I remember to, until I moved the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So we weren't real close, me and my brother. Not, it was my big brother. I can call on him for shit. I got in some street shit. My nigga chased me. You know what I mean? A lot of shit that would never be told. Like real shit between me and him that bond us. That you wish our nigga would type of shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But there was that fucking gap. Well, what was your original question? Because again, I'll be running off. What is it start? I can reel this one in.
We was talking about music and everything, and
oh yeah, so musically, that's right, exactly. Good save. You need to edit this out later. Like, nigga, this is live.
Yeah.
Okay. No, this is live, nigga. No cut. So the way I did with acting, how I kind of followed him in, it was, it's kind of been, it's wild, man. He did. All right, let me activate my brain and remember this story here. There was a show called Putting on the Hits, where you lip sync battle against other people. And my brother did the show. Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick. Now the show, again, Google it, Blogger, if you ain't heard of the show, it was the first song that I memorized. But the reason why was because my big brother did it on this show and they went all the way to like the finals and shit. And at this age, again, I'm like 4. So he's what? 15, 16? Not 4. I'm sorry. I'm 4. You 4, nigga? No. I'm like 9. So he's like 18, right? And so this is before his Boys in the Hood and everything else that he did. You know what I mean? He was still doing. My brother did a lot of shit. I'm telling you, he did 227 and anyway, stay on track, nigga. So he does Putting on the Hits and he goes all the way to the finals and he loses to like somebody who was like a contortionist that can spin their head all the way around. And one of the judges that was the deciding judge was in Exorcist. And we were like, come on now. Did you really fall for the head spin and you gave that over? But my brother and this boy did this routine and it went hella far and so forth and so on. So me, I'm doing a talent show at school. What am I doing for a talent show? Same song as my big bro. So the show became the first song that I ever memorized, right? And that was kind of like my beginning, even though I'm born in Pacoima, California, raised in California. My brother and sister, the Bronx, my mother and father, Harlem. But I'm a West Coast dude. But my hip hop started there, right? If we jump forward to the next time I'm really like flexing my hip hop is like high school, we start a group, that type of thing. By this time, the music that we play on repeat are like Far Side and the Hieroglyphics, So like the second song I memorized, no bullshit, was Passing Me By in the Far Side. And, we would all pick a style. It was like 4 of us always driving to the beach or wherever the fuck we was in one car, like, you got this, and then everything, to me, it jumps to Tupac. That's just where rap changed. Now it's like, oh shit, this is the next move. Battle rap.
Yeah.
and we would get in a rap situation. We would go, we Budweiser, Best of West Fest, and all these, little circuit events in Crenshaw and Hollywood and West Hollywood. Like, it was dope. We would compete in all of them and either win them or get close to the end, make connection, blah, blah, blah. But it was fun being in a group. You know what I mean? So my whole, life really was like, these are my dudes, man, people, this is what we do. And then kind of boom, boom, boom. Acting, everything, one thing led to another. But with the music, I would express everything else. But the odd thing with me was, if I told somebody I rap that's in the industry, they go, oh, perfect. You need to do a Nickelodeon rap about da 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 da. Or you need to do Smart Guy, BBD Bop. And it was just like, no, I'm talking real hip hop, my nigga. Not, oh, wow, y'all should be crazy. Gospel. Like, I was just like, damn. So I hid behind a nickname and never put it out there. I just play something for somebody and be like, oh, that shit's sick. And who that motherfucker? And I'd be like, yeah, that's me. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Because it's like if I put it out there and say this is me, there's either this there's a different notion going on. It doesn't matter how good I am. They just see, oh, that's that dude from Muti. You know what I mean? Now, anyway, this was my thinking up until about a year ago, because 2 years ago I put out an album called The Excuse by Big O, and the cover got me with a hat doing like this. So you don't see my fucking face, and it's hidden under Big O. But now you can pull the album up under Omar Gooding, and it's called The Excuse. And I think, again, it's for my fans too. It was, when I do music, I'm wherever I'm at that time in my head. You know what I'm saying? You send me a beat right now. What's going on in the world? We this and that, blah, blah, blah. That's what you're going to get. That's the flavor, So right when I decided to do this album, I was expecting a son, and I was, I'm a thinker. So I was just thinking in the future, like, what if you ever ask why you ain't never drop an album or whoop, whoop, or some shit like that on some solo shit and just be real? You know what I mean? That's what my mind was thinking. I'm talking to a grown-up mini me, and I'm like, I got to put an album out, And the album is hard because it was produced by Focus from Aftermath. And it's not like, he did a beat for somebody. No, he's, it's one of Dre's, one of his guys. You feel me? So musically, it's beautiful. It's there. I did some beautiful writing in it as well because I'm exposing myself and being introspective and talking about my life and my career and things you can connect with, rather than abstract, poetic, and big O and my head tilted down. Like, who the what? You know what I mean? I'm owning it. So that album is out now. I got another one called Old Money with me and my guy Styley Ray. So one of Compton's finest. But we got a monster album coming out, man. We're gonna do that. I got a Omar Gooding album I'm going to do. I'm gonna take my time on that. That'll be by the end of next year. But in the meantime, I'm gonna drop an album and a couple singles on some other projects. And I got a bunch of music on all the movies I've been doing lately, because that's another way to expand your brand. It's like, I ain't just, you want me in your movie? Yeah, do your movie, man. Cut the check, do this, cut some boo bop. I need to be soundtrack editor, producer. No, wear them hats, gang. Playing games with these people. Now, man, but it's a lot I have to contribute, and I'm excited, man. And it's fun watching. I got 2 boys now, and they're kind of watching the light turn on. You feel me? It's dope.
Yeah,
what they pay attention to, what they connect to. Then I start thinking to myself, like, damn, when you was because it's funny, I get that question a lot, man. How was it like, man? Wow, you been doing this forever. You was a little kid, your people was famous. Wow, what was that fucking like? That's what I want. And it sucks I can't give you the answer. It was crazy. People look at me and I duck. I was like, oh shit, it's me, nigga. I know it's what everybody wants to hear. Like, was it with you? Yeah, I learned to talk to myself a lot because I did. It's like, the fuck? Became an actor, nigga, because I was crazy. It was, what are you looking at? Nah, just nothing that deep. It was just reality. Like when you raise kids, I keep talking about kids. That's that's what it is. That's what I'm locked into doing, man. And it's like, there's so much shit you want to say, but they kind of got to experience it on their own way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just from an actor's point of view, I'm excited to give them something as they turn on. They're like, oh, that's you. That's Daddy on the TV. Like, yeah, nigga. Well, I don't remember it being weird for me. I talk to my niece and nephew, same type of thing. Like, is it weird? I can't even say that question because it's, to my, it's like, is it weird? No, that sound like the motherfucking interview. How do you cry like that? But no, but you had some good questions, man. I'm glad that I jumped on here and rocked with you. I know you got a finale question, something good. You just locked in. What's up?
Yeah, definitely. But I just want to salute you. for being a father and raising two young boys and giving them something to you laying out a blueprint on top of
Yeah,
them being able to be proud of their father.
yeah.
That it's a real beautiful thing, man. And I don't want to jam you up too long because I know you're a busy man, but I'm a upcoming filmmaker. I got a little low budget movie out right now. So this question is that I'm about to ask you is like for me and a lot of other people that might want to be getting into filmmaking or becoming an actor. What are your keys to success into getting into entertainment?
Bloodline, pedigree, legacy. Now I've seen people create themselves, which is fun. But if it ain't in you, it ain't gonna be put in you. Just being too blunt. Now there's a lot of things you can do to get better and to fake it. And a lot of people learn that and are successful. But it's like a question like get in the blood. It's like, bro, if that's what you want to do, sis, if that's really what you want to do, then just do it. Like there's nothing, there's zero restrictions. And now it used to be, I don't live in California. I don't live in LA. I don't live in Hollywood. How does that matter? I've done more things remotely. I signed a contract that was so massive that was completely initiated through this lens right here. It was amazing. It's amazing.
Wow.
What we can do now. This is it. You doing motivation. You want to tip? Pay your Wi-Fi bill. Get a good camera and a lamp. Put a curtain on the wall. Throw a picture of Kobe up there. Get busy. Just do it. It's you have no excuse. Things you can do though. Now this is cool. My dad always used to tell me, like you want to be a better singer, sing along with songs. Sing along with them. Try your best to mimic what they do. Trust me, you'll get better just doing that. Don't sing in any key you won't, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if you're terrible and you don't hear the notes, it's one thing. But you ever try to sing something without the song versus it's on and you're singing along with it? You're actually hitting some of the notes with them. You're teaching your vocal cords how to sing. Isn't that crazy? So my advice on the acting tip is watch TV, watch movies. Don't be that guy. Oh, I don't have time to sit and watch. No, I watch and study my, you know what I mean? It's the competition. That boy throw down, and I give credit where credit due. Man, there are a lot of talented actors, but I see stuff, and I'm like, oh, yeah. So I may have to do the directing, producing thing just because there's so many actors that I shouldn't say so many, but there are a few that I've seen. I'd be like, oh, I would love to just nudge this way or tell that or just be like, look at it like that. I just look at it as a fan, man. A lot of these guys are excellent, man, and it's just fun to be in the ring with them. You know what I'm talking about? So again, my advice is to watch the. That's what's hot. Watch it. You ain't gotta. These series are crazy. Yeah, not to knock these series because that's how I make my money. But, you find one, you go watch the whole thing. So I'm gonna say just watch a little bit of series, but watch every movie. No, and the movie game is tougher now too. I think because in my opinion, the way I rate a movie now when I'm watching like Netflix or whatever. Did I make it through the whole film? Because there's a lot of things that could happen, especially being a parent. That's easy though. Baby crying, shit. All right, we'll finish this tomorrow. You know what I mean? How many do you go back and finish? I've watched a ton of movies that I'm like, damn, oh yeah. And people say, have you seen that? I'm like, oh yeah. As I talk about the end, I'll be like, oh, I didn't make it that far. Yeah, that shit was crazy though. I watched it, but then I still, I can pretty much guess where this is going. Pass out the credits. Are you still watching? Yeah, I was asleep for a minute, but no, I missed that. Yeah. But how many movies do we go, oh no, we got to see the ending of that? You know what I mean? There's been a couple. And these scripts, that's funny. I'm laughing about all of my little favorite shows that are now back. The writing is crazy. And it's like, what else would it be? People are sitting home, right? You know what I mean? You got time. So it's a beautiful time to pay attention right now to what's going on in the entertainment industry. Do that. And just do it. Like, you know what I mean? If it's like, well, how do I do it? What do you mean how you do it? You don't know how? You know how to get an agent? No, how do I get an agent? Oh, Google how to get an agent. I bet you that shit pops up and it'll give you something. You'll be like, oh shit, agents in your area. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Should I pay up front? Not really. You used to pay for pictures and photography, and then you draw up. Like, this is how you begin as an actor back in my day. I want to be an actor. And I said, okay, cool. Get you some headshots. Write you up a resume. What's a resume? It's a list of the things you've done. Well, if I haven't done anything, what's my resume going to say? It's going to say your address, how to contact you. It's just information. You can put special skills. You can pull this. You can put that. Boom, boom. So you have a picture. You have a resume. Cool. Now go get you an agent. How much agents cost? Agents are free. What are you talking about? They get a percentage of what you make. So any of these agents, it's like, all right, I need 1,000 up front. We got 12,000. Get you some proper headshots. But fuck out of here. Your camera phones are exquisite. They're perfect. Cheese, selfie, bam. Go online, find you an agent, submit. And then what they're going to want of you is to hear you read, hear you talk, see how you get down. Cool. You set that camera up, boom. You think of all these movies that I told you to watch and remember your favorite fucking scene and regurgitate that bitch. You know, said and you spit. You know what I mean? And that's your audition. That's how you start. Then when you get on camera and in front of people, you know, that's a whole different world. But there's classes for that. I started young and I learned the basics. There's basics. When you're in front of the camera, what do you need to know? One, don't look at that motherfucker. That's number one. Don't ever look into the camera. Unless they tell you, look into the camera. That's lesson number one. You know, but you learn movements, upstage, downstage, camera right, camera left, that type of thing. You know, cheat out means open up so I can see you. Project, talk a little louder. Like, you know, theater. Pretty much what you learn in theater is pretty much all you need to know as a fucking actor. No, it's terrible. I see other actors right now like this.
Okay. No, but dropping gems. You
dropping gems. I mean, it's a lot of shit. There's so many things to say because everything that I say, then I can go down and this is what I mean. But it's been fun getting on the job experience, man. And as I try again, I'm trying to super long-winded. You can tell I'm trying to. Look, babe, I couldn't help with the kids. I know they got a 5-year-old and 2-year-old running around up in there, but I'm waiting for some knocking to happen. But they're like this. Daddy's working. Daddy's working. I'm like this. I'm out here long with it. Then I was crawling on the floor. But yeah, I mean that's all I can give. I mean, it's like, but once I tell you what to do, all right, fine. But I'm pretty sure there are things you could figure out on your own. You just got to do it. You know, questions for me though, like, you know, I tried to answer in what you said in the sense of like, well, what do I, you know, I get these. These are questions I get a lot, so I'm trying to, like, you know, answer your questions as best possible and stall for a little more time. Questions I do get a lot is, you know, how do I get started? And again, it's, you know, there's a lot more cities. I used to say, my answer used to be, if you're really dedicated, come to Hollywood. That's what you have to do. If it's a weekend, you come during pilot season, maybe take a month off, whatever you got to do, you have to fully commit and be available to show up tomorrow morning, the next morning, boom, 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 be there. Not I'll fly out when y'all need me or when I get to work. No, nigga, you got to be out here and commit to it. And you won't know you're any good unless you get in the shit. And the shit is an audition. Auditions is fucking terrifying. Yeah. You like, shit, what if I do this? How do I say, will I remember the shit? Can I hold my paper? There's so many techniques and way to work a room and thing, you know. There's so much shit to that, you know, to it that you just have to do it to get it. You can be, you know, prepared. A lot of people try stand-up comedy and they prepare their routines for people all comfortable. They get in front of some strangers and fucking freeze up. You can prepare all you want. You just got to try that shit. You know what I mean? But I salute anybody that, especially if you're young, you're in a dope era right now. You know, it's a really cool time to be in entertainment because you can perform from the comforts of your home. You know what I mean? And make good money. So it's astounding.
Exactly. Man, thank you for everything, Omar. I don't want to hold you up too much tonight. I really, really appreciate you stopping on this show. You dropped a lot of gems tonight, man, and you gave us a lot of laughs. Man, I just have to salute you and, you know, commend you on your whole career, and you know, you're continuing to be great. New album on the way. You're still pushing. You know, you and your brothers, it's in the bloodline, man. Like they say, you know, it's about your last name, and y'all have that last name where it just sticks. You know what I mean? We can. You didn't.
Yeah, it sticks. I still gotta get over this one thing. This one thing. All right, I'm gonna close with this one thing. Okay. My brother, Academy Award winner, Respect him. Fucking love him. He took boxing longer than me, so I wouldn't try him. Like, he's my nigga. Like, no bullshit, right? His name is Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba,
My name,
not Cuba.
Cuba. Yeah, it's like cue ball. Cuba, right? My name is Omar Gooding. That's it. Now, I have a middle name. Fun fact, it's Miles. So my initials are OMG. You just keep that. Just tuck that in for later. Just talk about that later. But what my name is not is Omar Gooding Jr. Help me help you understand that, because you would be absolutely baffled how many times I get this. And only thing that amazes me is the more I talk about, I mean, it's not an insult, and I understand how it happens. It's Robert Downey Jr. He's got a cousin, a brother named Thomas. It's Thomas Downey Jr. Like, I don't know. It makes sense in the mind when it don't make sense when you actually think about it. And now my son, my firstborn, is named Omar. So there is Omar Gooding Jr. Next time you call me that, I'm gonna just pick his ass up, put him in front of the camera, let him work. But I want to make sure that but then we're also very proud of my nephew, his second born son, Mason Gooding, who is also a thespian and working his ass off. He's got a Disney show. You know what I mean? So it's God is good. God is good, but it's Gooding, man. I still think it's a work in progress, especially with all these young Goodings running around. So we just got to do our thing, man, and keep our heads and our nose clean. Like, you feel me? Because it's easy to fall for a lot of the its that's going around right now and just kind of, you know what I mean? But I think, it's about long game. We don't have the tunnel vision. A lot of these motherfuckers just be in a bubble and be like, what happened? Like, nah, we see all this. And we're people. We're people. Never said that before. But you know what I mean? When I'm out, fuck with me. Hey, what's happening? You cool? I'm cool. Selfie, let's go. Back up, give me 6 feet though, nigga. Where's your mask? But I'm just saying though, we cool. I do that. Bam. People, damn, you so cool down to earth. Like, why the fuck not? What else would I be? It don't make sense to be otherwise. To me, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we ever gonna be. You know what I mean? Especially me and my bro. So being people, we listen, we pay attention, but we also hear. Right? You know what I'm saying? So we know what we have to do. So we just have to remind ourselves of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get on. Let me look up here. 52. Okay, we ain't breached an hour. I don't want you to have to say, I ain't trying to hold you up, one more time. But
no. I'm just respecting your time because I know you.
You see, I'm stalling too. And my brother, the childhood. Like, nigga, get off the couch. All right. But you have a bonus question. If not, I'm drinking this White Claw and I'm not hiding it no more. They just ain't giving me no check. I ain't promoting them if they ain't give me no check. I ain't get no check. That's a White Claw. Seltzer water.
It's cool. I'm gonna ask you. Have your brother gave you any advice that stuck with you forever through your whole career?
Never too old to rob a bank. No, what he said when I was young was make sure that you want to do this. Like, make sure that it's fun. I mean, no bullshit, man. You hear about people that hate their job and whatnot, and they have jobs that are like necessity and da-da-da-da. But it's truly a blessing to be in entertainment because you're entertaining. You're entertaining yourself. It's staying fun. You same thing, man. You talk, you put people up on shit.
Yes.
So make sure you're having fun, and basketball, play football, whatever, sports, they're having fun. They're playing the fucking game. We having fun too. We playing make-believe and you know what I mean? So, that really drove a lot home, man, because it's like, this shit is work and it's hard. People say, what was most challenging? I'm sorry, man. I'm having a good fucking time. I hate to disappoint, or sound like, damn, and that's kind of like, I would say on my bucket list, but shit, I want to finish and go, man, that shit was fucking hard. We better win an Oscar. Like, I've seen a lot of times I watch movies, but like, like when Leonardo won that motherfucker. Did you see that movie? And he was speaking Native American. He was in the damn snow. Oh, that shit, wow. Brother. Take some time and watch this fucking film. Though you'll never think that you're watching a movie. You're gonna be locked in from start to finish. But when it's over, the first thought that will go through your mind is that boy deserves an Oscar. And he got it. But that looked like a physical and mentally challenging, draining process as an actor. I mean, I know he was in the real snow. I just can tell. I can. That was no fake snow. Nigga. When you see it, these motherfuckers, they was out like motherfuckers on set was getting flu shots. Like, I'm sure that shit was real. Like, no bullshit real. Because I done did shit that wasn't as real as it should have been. It was way more real than it should have been. Like, you're like, God damn it, there's snakes out here. Like, is it that serious? We can't put no fake jungle on the set. This is some bullshit. Like, I've done that shit before. So I know these motherfuckers was in the woods. I know they was fuck the woods. They was in the sludge. So I'm sure it was painful physically and in the acting. I think he spit in every scene. You know, like Viola Davis cry and snot come out her nose every time she cried. He spit every fucking scene. When you spitting, come on now, homie, you doing some real acting when you spitting. Yeah. You spit, you like, my bad. But when you talking so much, the spit is just coming out, you ain't wiping nothing. You like, I wish you motherfucker would. And the shit, that's acting for real. Because you, as for human, you be like, motherfucker. Oh, my bad. No, my fault. Can we cut? I spit all on the man. Can we cut? Yeah, if he spit on me, we can go cut. I'll tell you that. Cut this motherfucker. You know, but when you add it so tough, shit is flying and you don't even care, and the niggas taking it and just like, I wish you would. Like, them niggas was acting. And that's that, you know, that's one. I'm gotta do something like that, man. Rock climbing or something just insane that you this motherfucker Jackie Chan did his own stunts and was crying on the side of a cliff. I'm gonna figure something out. There's gonna be something for me. Well, but until then, watch AM radio because it's close. It looks like it, but you know what? This is it. I don't want to sell myself short on AM radio. What was challenging about AM radio, the actual tough part about it was this. It was easy to find emotion in the midst of 2020 when we filmed this thing. Closed off the uncertainty of it all, watching George Floyd lose his life by murder, the pandemic, just everything that was going on. Finding that wasn't difficult. Memorizing all of the lines that I had to say and staying in character was. So difficult level was, I remember, you know, we filmed it in Tennessee. I live in Los Angeles. So the cool thing was I was by myself, like as if you needed more by yourself during the pandemic. But, you know, I was able to lock into the lines, like really so that I felt it. I just breathed it. They say action and the shit just poured out. It wasn't like, what the fuck is that next line? That never happened during this shit. But I think it was the work of getting the lines locked in. That was the difficulty level. But when you watch it, that's another thing you keep in mind. There were no cue cards, motherfucker. You can tell too. As actors, we could tell. I think if people watching, you know, but for the most part, you can feel when like, oh, that motherfucker. Hey, when did they say cut? They didn't say cut. That motherfucker kept going. He knew all of that shit. His eyes was closed half the damn time. Like there, you know. So in that respect, I definitely say that was my hardest performance, and also the unknown of not knowing what was going to happen in some of those scenes from me. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what's going to happen on this tape, but make sure everything is recording. I'm gonna turn, you know what I mean? We're gonna go off. And there was a couple scenes in there like that where I just kind of blacked out. Not really blacked out because I was always aware. Because this, you know, you can't go that fucking deep. Some motherfuckers. Anyway, but yeah, man, I was super locked in. But it was therapy. It was a blessing for me. Not that I had shit heavy on my mind, other than the shit that everybody on the planet was going through at the very same time. Uncertainty, some scary shit. That's what led to, I'm sure helped lead to the tragedies that we've had, like suicides and domestic violence and all that type of shit, because you just don't know what the fuck, you know? So that being able to release it into this film was dope. Same thing happened with Baby Boy. I had gotten to a situation on the street involving my close friends, and there was never closure on that. So when I did Baby Boy, I was able to kind of vent, trying to get out the shit that I wish I could have. But because I'm an actor, I can't just go do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a 50-50. There's real life. I wish I see him, I slap him in the face. No, I'm a real human though. You get, you know what I'm saying? There's a reaction type of thing that just will happen to you is one thing. But if you have time to think and blah, 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 and just real and weigh shit, you know, some people do, some people don't. Depends on how you handle traumatic situations. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of little shit. Like there's one big event, that's one thing, but there's a lot of little shit that happen. Ooh, I want to just did that motherfucker say yes, sir, or what can I do for you? Just on some this type of shit. A motherfucker that look at you a certain way. Well, there's so many things that I could take somewhere else that I have to take the higher road, so to speak, when at all possible. That's what security's for. Like I ain't got to take the high road, motherfucker. He can be in the middle. He'll take the bullet. So no, I'm just saying. So it's dope to be able to get that off. You know what I mean? To get these motherfuckers don't know you. They watched you, but they don't know who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? So then there's misconceptions. But when you show sides, it's like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? But when you get to like get it out and it's run, and it's fun because they were physical too. It wasn't like sitting there thinking and talking, it was running after Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Push-ups, getting in shape, working out every day, like letting all that out to get that look and blah, blah, blah. Like,
Baby Boy was one of them movies that it's safe to say we can put it in the category with the boys in the hood, with the don't be it, the menace to society. You know what I mean? Like it was very, very impactful. The movie was very impactful, and you did an excellent job. Everybody did an excellent job on that movie, man.
Yeah, man.
If anybody, they picked the perfect actors for that movie.
No,
really
for sure.
Really felt that.
Yeah, I feel that happens. I wouldn't say often, but it happens a lot. There's a lot of people that are just born to do certain roles, a lot of roles that are written for people, and so forth and so on. So it's dope when that happens. You know what I mean? Because then you get the best performance out of the person. It's more believable. You don't think you're just watching a movie, you know what I'm saying, breaking that wall type of thing, and you're able to enjoy the experience, man. But this has been dope, brother. Now I do want to say I've got several projects that I want to promote, music and acting together. I'm in the midst of putting a calendar together. As soon as I do, I'd love to come back on and chop it up with you.
Absolutely, and I would love to have you. And if there's anything else you want to leave the people with, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. Get it done. Whatever it is, get it done. I mean, whatever you're doing, there's a lot of procrastination that takes a hold of it. Get it done. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. We have all the resources right in front of us. 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? And that extra shit, you know what you got to do to make that happen. So make it happen. But follow your boy. Y'all keep smiling. Y'all keep being fans of me. I'm gonna keep being fans of you. You see me? Let's get a selfie, man. But keep that 6 feet because this ain't a game. The long arm people only get selfies. Let's bring back the selfie stick. Can we bring back this? Why the selfie stick ain't came back?
I don't know. It's like it disappeared just before the pandemic.
There's a fucking conspiracy there, man. The fucking selfie stick would be the shit right now.
Would be.
You gotta stand next to me. You slide over, hit me in the face, and then bring yourself boom, and then marry the shit later. Be like, we was right here. Get out my face. We keep a mask on. All right, man. I appreciate you, though, man.
Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. This SB Twiz, the Hood blogger.
I didn't know it was gonna pop me off like that all fast. I hit the button to check it, and then once I was off, I was like, well, shit, just let him say salute. All right, I appreciate you, my brother.
It's cool. Yeah, I was just giving you the exit. I'm gonna edit that little clip right there. But this SB Twiz, the Hood blogger, we just had an exclusive interview with the one and only Omar Gooden. Much love and respect to you, man. We're gonna stay tapped in, and I'll stay in contact. Have a great day, man. Enjoy your night. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the break, man. I'm gonna go get chasing these kids and things, man. Y'all stay blessed.
For sure, I understand.
All right.
All right.
All right, my guy.